let's just throw this out there. Grand Theft Auto has never had a female main character. To my knowledge, the only way to actually play as a female in GTA is to go into multiplayer and simply make your character a woman. But as far as the story mode goes, GTA, the entire series, has never had a female protagonist or a female that you can actually play as without either modding the game or going online. So to me, right off the bat, that's a little weird. I mean, we have had 16 Grand Theft Auto games come out, a total of 16. That includes expansion packs such as The Ballad of Gay Tony for GTA 4, The Lost and the Damned, Chinatown Wars, but there have been a total of 16 titles, and we have never been able to play as a female. So I did some research on this, seeing what was out there, why that might be the case, and all I could really find was this quote from Dan Houser, the former vice president of creativity at Rockstar Games. And in reference to GTA 5 and why there were no female protagonists in it, he said this: "The concept of being masculine was so key to this story." I mean, that's not really the best explanation in my mind. The concept of being masculine was so key to the story. I mean, we've had 16 games of masculinity in Grand Theft Auto. You know, every single game you've been a man. Was this one so much more key than the previous ones? I mean, I don't know. To me, that's just not a very satisfying explanation, and it doesn't give us any real insight. To me, it sounds like Rockstar is really just stuck in their old ways, and I think possibly trying too hard to cater to male gamers. You can see here from this infographic, the percentage of female gamers has been on the rise for many years now. I mean, I could see maybe back in 2003 why they would have been dishing out a bunch of male characters, but here we are in 2020, and now there's a lot more female gamers than what there was in the past. And also, note, on this chart, that only goes to 2014. That doesn't even include the last 6 years of data.
Let's actually start with someone in the gaming community. He goes by the name Tom Henderson. According to his Twitter page, he is the owner and CEO of Viral Junkie, which is a platform that reaches 300 million people per month via organic social content, but also used to be Long Sensation YT. And he's followed by a handful of people that not only I follow in the community, but also just in general has over 11,000 followers on Twitter. So this is not somebody who just like created their account the other day. And he is actually a fairly reputable Call of Duty and Battlefield leaker. So he does have his foot in the gaming community, that's for sure. We're not just talking about a random guy named Joe who decided to create a Twitter account and talk about this sort of stuff, which does make it pretty interesting. So he ended up saying this just the other day. For the first time ever in a GTA title, Grand Theft Auto 6 will have a playable female and male protagonist. Hashtag GTA 6, hashtag GTA Roman numeral 6. Okay, that is very interesting because this post, I think, confirms a couple of things if it is real. Number one, that we're obviously going to have a playable female protagonist. That is something groundbreaking because the series has never seen that before. Now, have there been some incredibly strong and reputable and bad to the bone female characters in the GTA series? Yes. Just none that we could actually play as, that we as the character actually control. So that's obviously pretty cool. Now, the other thing that this post says is that there will be a female and male protagonist. So how is that going to work? Is it going to work like Red Dead Redemption 2, where for one part of the story you play as one person, like Arthur Morgan and then John Marston, or is it going to work like other games like Assassin's Creed per se? And I don't know if you guys followed like the most recent Assassin's Creed, but at the very beginning of the game, you're allowed to choose whether you want to be male or female. And that, of course, affects some of the story decisions that take place throughout the rest of the game. I mean, even a more recent title like Cyberpunk 2077, you get to choose whether you want to be male or female, and that has an impact on the rest of the story. Or maybe it's going to be a la Grand Theft Auto 5, where there are just multiple characters that you get to swap back and forth from.
So there's a rumor going around out there that GTA 6 is gonna have you play as a woman. I don't know about you, but I frankly don't give a f***. As long as the game's good and they bring back some of the features in GTA 4, well, I'm a happy boy. But there are some boys out there who are not so happy about this. Okay, so get this. This rumor has not even been confirmed yet. Like, it remains unverified, just like any other currently existing GTA 6 rumor. But already we're seeing comments like these. I'm not buying it if it's a female protagonist. I mean, it's your money, so I'm not gonna tell you what you should and shouldn't buy, but is it really that big of a f***ing deal? Like, oh no, a female protagonists. What do I do? There's no way I could find enjoyment in something that has a woman in it. And just to be clear, I'm of the mindset that race and gender doesn't matter as long as I'm, you know, entertained. That's what I'm looking for, entertainment. I'm not looking to get my opinions validated by a video game. So I just want to clarify that I'm not one of these people who feels like Rockstar owes us a female lead. I just don't give a shit. You know, just like any reasonable person would. If it's a female lead, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I don't really want to play a GTA game as a female. It just doesn't feel like GTA. It feels like SJW turns criminal in GTA. Yeah, because there's never been any female criminals. Criminality, that's more of a penis thing. And since when has the mere presence of a woman become a definitive sign of SJW meddling? I could understand if Rockstar Games went all out with a main character who's non-binary, black, handicapped, and whatever other character traits make them stand out from the average white man. But it's not even that. It's just a woman. You know, like half of our species, that's what they're thinking about doing, according to this rumor. Is the idea of a female criminal really that alien to you? I really don't like the idea of a female main character. Don't call me sexist, but it would just ruin the whole thing for me. The whole thing. The entire thing has been ruined, all of it. Every aspect of the game ruined because I had to endure the anguish of playing as a female lead. Yeah, don't call me sexist, but you know, women, they fucking ruin everything. Can I just ask you this, commenter? What fucking reality do you occupy? There will be no female protagonist if there is no guy will buy the game. I mean, sure, GTA 6 would be one of the most hyped games of all time, following one of the best-selling games of all time, but you know, gamers just don't like women, you guys. They just don't. They like masculine, manly, sweaty men doing sweaty, masculine man stuff. Well, you know, unless they're gay, then it's SJW propaganda. There are many more comments like this out there, so rest assured when I say that this is only scratching the surface. And look, I know that reason is often lost on people who are so easily offended by the slightest inconvenience, no matter how much of a non-issue said inconvenience may be. But I'll tell you what, just for the sake of argument, I'll do some math. I'm gonna do some math for you. I'll break down the numbers and show you just how dumb some of these people are. You ready? Let's go. Okay, so GTA 1 and the GTA 1 Game Boy Color port had a combined 21 male protagonists. GTA London had 8 male protagonists. GTA 2 and the GTA 2 Game Boy Color port had a combined 4 male protagonists. GTA 3, Vice City, Advance, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, GTA 4, The Lost and Damned, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and Chinatown Wars all had 1 male protagonist each. And lastly, GTA 5 had 3 male protagonists. This gives us a total of 46 male leads. Meanwhile, GTA 1 had 3 female protagonists. The GTA 2 Game Boy Color port had 2 female protagonists. That's a total of 5 female leads. Roughly 10% of all Grand Theft Auto protagonists have been female. And bear in mind, it's been almost 20 years since Rockstar had a female lead. Soon to be 2 fucking decades. But now that there's a rumor going around that Rockstar is having you play as a woman in GTA 6, I don't know, some of you just can't handle that. It's too much. It's too soon. Oh my god. Okay, alright, let's take it down a notch.
As far as the legitimacy of this guy, like this guy said, he's been following for the past 2 years, always had legit information about Call of Duty and Battlefield and updates relating to those games. And he said unless this guy's just lost his mind, he wouldn't out of nowhere start posting nonsense. And then this other person posted this. This guy Henderson is quite reliable. He prematurely leaked information on Battle Royale in Call of Duty, which actually got him banned, I guess, by Activision because he ruined their surprise. And he also knew the fact that Battlefield will be in the modern war before that information came out. He also did leak information on Modern Warfare and Cold War. So this isn't just some random guy. This is a guy who clearly has some contacts in the gaming industry. Now, the question, obviously, because everyone always wants to know the actual legitimacy and how true these sort of leaks are. You know, why is this Call of Duty guy, Battlefield guy, why is he all of a sudden, you know, leaking GTA information? Obviously, no one knows the answer to that. But let's just take it for face value. If this is true, I mean, it kind of makes sense. We obviously had 3 playable characters in GTA 5, and I'm sure Rockstar probably want to maybe expand their player base by allowing people to have or to play as a female protagonist. Now, I guess as far as the story goes, how it will work, will it just be like GTA 5 where it's 2 independent or 3 independent characters in GTA 5, but in GTA 6 it would be 2, like a guy and a girl, and you just switch between them? Or will it be like some other games that have come out recently where you get to pick from the start, and depending on what you pick, that's just the character throughout the game?